from dumping of cheap goods coming from outside. You know, I started business when I was a young person. I was then teaching at the University of Nairobi. Lands here, at the yard of another Klasinga's home. So one of the people there, our technician at the university, came and told me that there is machinery there. I went and looked at them. They were selling them for 12,000 shillings. A lot of money in those days. I sold my left-hand car, which I brought from Germany, and bought this machinery, and went and started a workshop in an industrial area. It was called then Kingston Road. Now it's called Kampala Road. And I got employees who had also been kicked out of Uganda. They were doing what they call Ugandanization. So we started manufacturing steel casements and doors and so on. Eventually we started manufacturing LPG cylinders. That's my company. At that time, industrial area was very vibrant. The number of companies which are manufacturing, employing 200, 500, 1,000 people. If you go there today, it's a sorry sight. Most of those factories are closed. They've been turned into warehouses. They're basically storing containers, carrying goods from China. Now, a factory that was employing 500 people is now only employing 2 watchmen who are guarding these containers. Now, the goods that we are importing can actually be manufactured here in Kenya. So we need to create a enabling environment to actually attract our own local investors, much as we also attract foreign investors into the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. So, as we bring today's session to a close, because I'm also conscious of that His Excellency has got another an engagement to go to, but just to pick up on some points that that's very important for us as the European Business Council, and Your Excellency, you're correct. You know, Kenya at the moment does appear to be a consumer nation. We do tend to import a lot, and we need to get that trade balance correct. We need to encourage more European companies to come here and invest in manufacturing, in infrastructure. And to do that, we need to set ourselves above what is currently here. And I fully agree with you that if we sit back long enough, the Chinese will come in and just take it. So I think this is a plea to our members that in order for us to create more European investment and to have more companies here, we have to make sure that, you know, and this is something that we would address to the next government, when you're tendering for road projects or you're tendering for infrastructure projects, we just don't award these projects to companies who are blacklisted by Transparency International, for example. You know, we need some sort of a level playing field so that European companies can come here and invest. To pick up on the point on KEPSA, the European Business Council is a member of KEPSA. I sit on the board of directors representing the European Business Council, and we have very frequently had the roundtables that His Excellency speaks about, the judicial roundtable, presidential roundtable. A few weeks ago we had the roundtable with Dr. Matiangi, and these are very, very good. And what we would say to the next and I know there are companies in this room who are suffering or have suffered with various issues, tax refunds. We hope that the next government will ensure that there's enough money in Treasury to be able to pay these VAT refunds, or to come up with a way where they can be offset fully. Secondly, the harassment issue that was mentioned, we're all in the top 30% of taxpayers. You know, we are the ones that will pay tax. We want to pay tax. There is someone in this room who wrote a letter to me recently saying, I'm a Kenyan. I am entitled to pay tax. Why am I stopped from doing my business when I want to pay tax? So we need to create that level playing field for everyone. One point on immigration that I feel that I need to raise when it comes to investment and immigration. Around about 6 months ago, I presented a list to the Department of Immigration through Dr. Matiangi's office, outlining 30 permanent residencies for investors in this country who've contributed 650 billion Kenyan shillings, who have been waiting between 6 and 15 years. Those investors are saying, look, Darren, we want to invest in Kenya, but surely we're entitled to this permanent residency. So I will use the word beg, because I have begged previously, and I would beg the next government, please work with us as the European Business Council to try and get these permanent residencies approved, so that that 650 billion can double or treble or quadruple, because it creates employment. And when I listen to companies, they say, we want to invest, we want to create local jobs, we want to get involved in infrastructure. So I would say that this to the next government, please work with us in sorting these issues out. And finally, we took a delegation to Lamu Port. What a fantastic opportunity to do business there. It is a magnificent port. It looks good. The infrastructure around it was excellent. We had a small delegation. There are some people in this room that were on that delegation. The Lapsset Corridor Road, fabulous. Really good. And I hope that the next government come in. And yes, there are security concerns, but I think those can be overcome, because that will be a huge gateway to be able to open up for investment, so that we know Mombasa Port is clogged. Lamu, beautiful, really great infrastructure. And I would encourage anybody who's here who hasn't visited Lamu Port to please do. Please look at Lamu, because it will be the next, it's a bigger Mombasa. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to put your hands together and to thank our chief guest, His Excellency, the Right Honourable Raila Odinga. And Honourable Martha Karua for joining us today. And I run the risk, and I am not being biased, I am saying we really want to work with the next government. Please keep us engaged. Let's work together. And with that, Your Excellency, we'll allow you to take your leave and go to your next engagement.